Welcome back to my channel Celebuzz. Please share and subscribe and press the bell icon for new updates. Yeah, losing your privacy. And even more than just losing privacy, the way people push into your private life really hard. In the crazy world of Hollywood relationships, not many people have gotten as much attention and caused as much trouble as Johnny Depp. His very long career has been full of both amazing movie partnerships and big fights with other actors. The actor who changed from a teenage heartthrob to a movie shapeshifter has an almost magical ability to become different characters. But this same strong feeling that makes his best acting has also made some of the biggest fights in movies. That's my Eddie. I'm just guessing that's what she sounded like. Hey, cough, we don't have permission. Run, let's go. Depp's strong artisticidas and wanting everything perfect have sometimes crashed into other actors, whose ways of acting were totally different from his very personal way of creating characters. What makes Depp's work fights really interesting is how they show the big differences that split different ways of acting in Hollywood's creative world. Unlike just personality fights or big ego arguments, Depp's fights with certain actors come from differences they can't fix about what makes real acting and being professional. How do you change? How do you get to be, normal if you're going to a different school all the time? Well, it was kind of normal because we didn't know anything else, So, for us it was kind of normal. Wow. You'd almost have like the whole neighborhood kind of looking out their windows as we were, carrying, boxes from one house to the next. Were you? His famous ways of getting ready and caring about character truth have put him against actors he thinks are just going through the motions or caring more about making money than being real artists. These tensions have made some of the movie's most uncomfortable behind-the-scenes stories, showing the creative battlegrounds where artisticides meet business reality in ways that change the paths of major movie productions forever. 6. Tommy Lee Jones. The hate between Johnny Depp and Tommy Lee Jones got most public during the making of Men in Black, where their totally different ways of making film created an atmosphere of barely hidden anger that crew members still talk about in quiet voices many years later. When Depp first met Jones on set, he quickly found out that the older actor's no-nonsense work style directly went against his own improvising and character-exploring methods. Tommy had zero patience for what he called method nonsense, remembered camera guy Bo Welch, who saw several tense fights between the two actors. Jones, known for his military precision and by-the-book way of saying lines, found Depp's habit of trying out character choices during filming both unprofessional and disruptive to the production's carefully planned schedule. The fight got worse when Depp suggested different ways to understand several key scenes, proposing character reasons that Jones threw away as art school showing off. People close to the production reported that Jones openly criticized Depp's getting ready methods, telling crew members that real actors don't need to find themselves in every role. Director Barry Sonnenfeld found himself constantly being the middleman between the two actors, with Jones demanding that Depp stick to the script, while Depp insisted that real character development needed creative exploring. The tension became so obvious that other actors began asking for separate call times to avoid seeing their fights. 5. Keira Knightley. The work relationship between Johnny Depp and Keira Knightley during the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy represents one of Hollywood's most carefully hidden fights. Jack, we're not free yet. Though, you came back. I always knew you were a good man, with their on-screen chemistry hiding a deep mutual hate that almost ruined the franchise's production. When Disney first chose the young British actress alongside Depp, the studio imagined a mentorship relationship that would make both actors' careers better. Instead, their working together quickly turned into a masterclass in barely controlled professional hate. Depp, already established as the franchise's creative anchor through his famous Captain Jack Sparrow performance, found Knightley's approach to character development frustratingly shallow and too worried with keeping her public image good. Johnny believed that Keira was more interested in looking beautiful than finding truth in Elizabeth Swann, observed costume designer Penny Rose, who worked closely with both actors throughout the trilogy. Depp's commitment to Jack Sparrow's real pirate persona, including improvised dialogue and physical choices that came from extensive character research, clashed dramatically with Knightley's more traditional approach to period drama performance. The fight got worse when Knightley reportedly complained to producers about Depp's habit of changing scripted scenes through improvisation, arguing that his changes hurt her carefully planned character arc. Depp interpreted this as proof of Knightley's unwillingness to embrace the working together spirit he considered essential to authentic filmmaking. 4. Charlize Theron. The crash between Johnny Depp and Charlize Theron's incompatible working styles reached its explosive peak during pre-production meetings for a project that ultimately fell apart under the weight of their mutual hate. When the two Oscar-winning actors were first approached about co-starring in what was meant to be a prestigious dramatic thriller, both camps expressed excitement about the collaboration's potential. However, their initial creative discussions quickly revealed fundamental disagreements about character development and storytelling approach that made productive partnership impossible. Depp's preference for discovering character through improvisation and physical exploration directly contradicted Theron's methodical preparation style and commitment to precisely planned performance choices. Charlize operates like a Swiss watch, observed one industry insider familiar with the failed project. Every gesture and line reading planned to serve the story's larger architecture, while Johnny treats each scene like a jazz improvisation that might go anywhere. Their creative philosophies proved so incompatible that scheduled rehearsals became contentious debates about artistic methodology. The breaking point came when Theron allegedly criticized Depp's character choices as self-indulgent during a table reading, leading to a heated exchange where both actors questioned each other's commitment to the material. Depp reportedly accused Theron of prioritizing technical perfection over emotional authenticity, while she characterized his approach as undisciplined narcissism. Their fight extended beyond creative differences to include fundamental disagreements about professional responsibility and star behavior. Theron's reputation for being on time and preparation clashed with Depp's more fluid approach to scheduling and character development, creating logistical nightmares for production coordinators. 3. Bruce Willis. The professional hate between Johnny Depp and Bruce Willis stems from a fundamental philosophical divide about what makes serious acting in today's Hollywood, with their fight representing broader tensions between character actors and action stars within the industry's creative hierarchies. When the two actors first crossed paths at industry events in the late 90s, their initial interactions quickly revealed incompatible attitudes toward craft and commercial success. Depp's transformation from television heartthrob to serious character actor directly contradicted Willis's path from dramatic performer to action franchise star, creating an immediate source of mutual judgment. Willis allegedly dismissed Depp's elaborate character preparation methods as pretentious theater kid crap, while Depp characterized Willis's approach to blockbuster filmmaking as selling out artistic integrity for easy money. Their fight got worse when both actors were considered for the same dramatic role in a high-profile independent film, with Depp ultimately winning the part after reportedly convincing the director that Willis lacked the emotional range necessary for the character's psychological complexity. Willis never forgot this perceived slight, later referring to Depp as another pretty boy who thinks weird makeup makes him Olivier. Industry veterans recall numerous encounters between the two actors at award ceremonies and premieres, where their mutual disdain barely remained concealed beneath professional courtesy. Camera guy Rodrigo Prieto, who worked with both actors on separate projects, observed that they represent completely different philosophies about what movie stardom should accomplish. The hate reached its peak when Willis publicly criticized Depp's legal troubles, suggesting that real professionals don't let personal drama interfere with their work ethic. Depp's supporters interpreted this as hypocritical given Willis's own reputation for difficult behavior on various film sets. The competitive tension between Johnny Depp and Leonardo DiCaprio represents one of Hollywood's most carefully managed rivalries, with both actors maintaining public civility while harboring professional resentments that date back to their emergence as leading men in the 90s. When both young actors were establishing their post-teen idol careers, their parallel trajectories created inevitable comparisons that neither fully embraced. Depp's early transition from television teen heartthrob to serious character actor in films like Edward Scissorhands directly paralleled DiCaprio's own evolution from Growing Pains to What's Eating Gilbert Grape. But their approaches to achieving artistic credibility revealed fundamentally different philosophies about career development and public persona management. Johnny and Leo were always circling each other like wary predators, recalled casting director Molly Finn, who worked with both actors during their career-defining periods. Depp's commitment to choosing unconventional projects and transformative character work often contrasted with DiCaprio's more strategic approach to building sustainable movie stardom through calculated collaborations with prestigious directors. Their rivalry got worse when both actors were considered for several high-profile roles throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, with casting directors often viewing them as interchangeable options for the same type of sensitive artistic leading man characters. This professional competition bred mutual resentment that crew members observe during their rare interactions at industry events. The fight deepened when DiCaprio's collaboration with directors like Martin Scorsese earned him critical acclaim and Oscar recognition, achievements that Depp's more experimental career choices had not yet produced. Sources close to both actors reported that Depp privately criticized DiCaprio's safe project selection, while DiCaprio questioned Depp's commitment to commercial viability. 1. Amber Heard. The catastrophic relationship between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard represents perhaps the most publicly documented actor fight in recent Hollywood history, with their personal and professional hate playing out through legal proceedings that expose the darkest aspects of celebrity culture. When Depp first met Heard on the set of The Rum Diary, their initial attraction quickly transformed into a toxic dynamic that would ultimately destroy both their personal relationship and professional reputations. Their on-set collaboration initially appeared promising, with both actors sharing a commitment to the film's literary adaptation and Hunter S. Thompson's iconoclastic vision. However, crew members later recalled observing troubling signs of dysfunction, entering the production's early stages when professional disagreements began, bleeding into personal conflict. You could sense the electricity between them, remembered script supervisor Angela Ungaro. But it felt dangerous rather than romantic, like watching two people discover they brought out the worst in each other. Their creative partnership quickly devolved into a psychological battleground where professional criticism became personal attack and artistic differences masked deeper compatibility issues. The situation deteriorated when their romantic relationship began influencing their professional interactions with both actors, allowing personal grievances to affect their commitment to the film's artistic vision. Director Bruce Robinson found himself mediating conflicts that extended far beyond normal creative differences into territory that threatened the production's completion. Their mutual hate reached its most destructive phase during post-production, when both actors attempted to undermine each other's performance through edited interviews and behind-the-scenes manipulation. The film's eventual commercial failure seemed almost inevitable, given the toxic energy that had infected every aspect of its creation. Johnny Depp's professional fights reveal the volatile intersection of artistic integrity and personal psychology in Hollywood's creative ecosystem. These antagonisms demonstrate how incompatible approaches to craft can destroy even promising collaborations when ego meets authenticity. Subscribe for more Hollywood tensions.